didn't even discuss the movie that we saw 2 days ago.
It was bad. That's all you guys need to know.
Oh, Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey.
I didn't see it.
We will never
knew
have
better.
a full podcast review. Maybe we'll give an Instagram review. That could be new for when we don't have time to put stuff in podcasts.
Yeah, that's true. Because I won't see it.
But it was bad.
It
I don't know
looked-
what else to say.
I don't know why people thought it was going to be good.
When we went in, me and Phil, before we saw it, we predicted what our scores were going to be. I think I said 6, and you said 6 or 6.5.
Yeah.
And what was your score?
I gave it a 3.5.
3.5 to 4.
Hey!
And even like Meg gave it a 4, and Meg normally likes even some bad movies, but like it was like really boring at some points. The action scenes were all like,
So the pacing was bad.
yeah.
It was terrible. Like,
Ooh.
I like Suicide Squad.
I often make jokes now to everybody that like whenever I'm watching stuff, I'm like, oh well, now that I know how to edit and stuff like that, I can see all the flaws in this, which are jokes.
Yeah.
But
But
not
you can
even
see
just,
all the flaws.
Not even that. All the
Is it worse
fight
than the
scenes-
Montana's menus?
No. Well, all the fight scenes are very obvious that they shot it in slow motion to make the choreography easy, then sped it up. They all look way too sped up. So like it just drove me nuts the entire time I was watching the fight scenes. They were all like really cheesy too, and I don't know.
There's multiple parts in the film where it just doesn't make sense. There's the pacing where it's like, okay, here's one storyline, but let's go back a couple of days to explain another
that movie
part of the
sounds
story.
bad.
So they try and do play it off as like the story's being told by Harley Quinn, who's insane. So she has like a very like
She's insane?
yes,
But I thought she's a perfect couple.
so she has like obviously a very like, you know, crazy mind kind of thing. So she kind of forgets things and has to go back and tell you about them and that kind of stuff. It just wasn't very good.
That
The
movie
only-
sounds so bad.
Huntress was completely lifeless.
Yeah.
There wasn't a part in the film that I laughed at.
No, I guess Enchantress died in Suicide Squad,
Yeah,
so she
there's
wouldn't
no
be in this one.
Enchantress. No,
I
there was
actually-
Canary, Black Canary.
I fell asleep during the final fight.
Nice.
So did Meg. Yeah.
And I haven't fallen asleep in a movie in a very long time.
Would you have walked out?
I would have walked out.
The only character I liked sometimes was Ewan McGregor.
Well,
he
he's
had-
great.
He had some scenes that like were also like kind of like silly, but I was like, at least I like him.
Yeah.
For an R-rated movie, there was like no
It was
blood.
R?
Yeah, it was. That's what
I
Phil.
would have given that like PG
when
whatever.
we went in, Phil was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "No, look at it." And it's like, "Oh yeah, it is R." Like double checked.
There's a part
for really bad.
there's a part where Black Mask is like peeling people's faces off,
Yeah.
and you see no blood. It doesn't show the faces at all.
Okay.
The only
She has her hyena though, right?
yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
yes, but the hyena is very
it
underutilized,
does nothing.
and
Disappears randomly at one part, and then comes back.
yeah, like okay, so her apartment building is just being demolished at one part, and the hyena gets hit with the fucking roof. And she's like, "Oh, where did Bruce
it's
go?"
like a sad scene where hyena's dead, and then later he just comes back. He's like, "I found him."
She's supposed to have two.
She's only got one in there.
Yeah, she only has one.
Weird.
The child acting was terrible.
There was one spot where the tone went really dark and then went nowhere. It was just like there's obviously spoilers here, not that anyone's gonna care, but there's one, like, the movie's always kind of quirky and funny, and then
Please
there's
don't fucking go and see it.
there's one part where Ewan McGregor gets mad at a person, so it's like a woman. He's like, stand up on the table, then he like makes her take her clothes off, kind of thing. It's like really like dark and kind of like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But then like he doesn't like kill any of that. Then it just like cuts away to a different story, and I'm just like, but it was like way too dark for us, the tone of the movie, and then it just left without any ending to it. I'm like, what's
Get
happening?
on the table.
Now take
Nothing
your
will
clothes
happen.
off, and then he's like, everyone it's like this atmosphere. Everyone's like scared in the room, and then it just like nothing happens. I was expecting like a classic, then he shoots her, and everyone's like, oh, he's so evil. But then it just like ends, and you're like, okay, bye, dark scene.
Like at one point, Harley goes into the police station with
Yeah.
with a sandbag, like a gun of like sandbags.
Yeah, and like glitter and stuff like that,
And,
inside
like,
the
smoke.
sandbags.
But not a single cop. There's multiple cops, all
She
with
takes
guns.
out like a total like maybe like 16, 17 cops, and
Before-
only the last one pulls out a
before
gun.
one of them pulls out a gun, and a lot
If
of
that
them,
was real,
a
the
police
second
station.
she hopped in that thing, she would be dead.
Yeah, it was just like it was just so stupid, and you're just like, why? And I don't know. The same thing too. There, I don't know if there was a single fucking scene in the movie that didn't have a song behind it.
Oh, they had
Yes.
the Suicide Squad problem?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. And some of the songs were also just bad. They were just a bunch of like,
be an American.
no, they were like a bunch of like slow renditions of other songs.
like at one point, halfway through the movie, when it got to like a fight scene with a
Did
song.
you hear they changed the name
Yes,
of it?
because it was doing so badly.
Yeah.
At one point, when they were doing a fight scene
Man, it's getting
with
like
a song,
60s, bud.
It's wrong.
It's bad. But I looked at Cam. I'm like, how can you not think this is Suicide Squad?
But worse.
Like, I actually think it's worse than Suicide Squad.
It definitely is.
I
That's a
didn't
fact.
like Suicide Squad, so
There
shit.
was one scene I liked for half a second. It was just where, because like the entire movie, you obviously know about Canary, but she doesn't use her powers at all, even though you know she has powers. And that there's like one final scene where like they're all about to lose, and she actually goes out and she does like the shriek and kind of thing. And I'm like, that's cool for like a second. And then like Harley Quinn comes like rollerblading out, and like she uses the power of sound to like boost herself out. And I'm like, that's not how sound works. And it then ruined the one scene that was almost cool.
You know how Scott Pilgrim's really fun and quirky and like
Yeah.
a really good movie? This sounds like a shitty Scott Pilgrim.
Kind of.
That's pretty accurate, I would say.
And then the death of spoilers, the death of Ewan McGregor was also just like really then much more
The
gory
bad
than
guy
rest of-
died?
Like he gets handed like a grenade, then kicked, and then you just watch like his whole body explode and all of his limbs fall off. And I'm like, but there was no gore.
Oh.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. But then there was no gore the rest of the movie, and like, but then we just had to watch this one guy just explode into pieces.
it doesn't make any sense.
The movie sounds like fucking trash.
The movie, I had no idea what it was doing. I don't know.
I
my
just,
God.
yeah, and for it to be like, was it opening weekend or?
Yeah, it was.
For it to be opening weekend on Valentine's
There's like
Day.
7 of us.
Do you know what movies sold way better?
Sonic?
Sonic.
I wish we would have seen Sonic.
It beat Detective Pikachu for its opening weekend.
I want to
good.
see Sonic.
I want to go see Sonic. I'll go see Sonic.
I heard it's good. I heard it's-
Yeah, I'm expecting
fine.
bad, but I'll go see it.
yeah,
I'll
that
at least
movie was
support
very
those people
disappointing,
losing their jobs. So, well, I guess not supporting them losing their jobs, supporting
Yeah,
that
get
their
out of here,
loss was worth
losers.
it.
though. But yeah, that's going to be as far as a Birds of Prey review that you ever get from us.
Hey, cool.
Because I
But-
don't think we could talk about how bad it was for a full hour.
Hey there, Fancy and you here. If you want to see any of our older videos, they're in the section on the left there. On the top, you can see our previous videos. On the bottom, you can see every other one we've had. If you want to be a cool guy, you can hit that subscribe button. It's right in the center, right here. I'm waiting. Do it anytime. I got nowhere to go.